Thanks for staying with us now. International Day to End Violence Against Sex Workers is observed annually on December 17th by sex workers, their advocates, friends, families, and allies. Originally conceived as a memorial and vigil for the victims of the Green River killer in Seattle, Washington, US, it has evolved into an annual international event. The day calls attention to hate crimes committed against sex workers worldwide, as well as the need to remove the social stigma and discrimination that have contributed to violence against sex workers and indifference from the communities they are part of. Sex workers activists also state that custom and prohibitionist law perpetuates such violence. So every person has a right to be free from violence. So this is the International Day for, what's it called? Sex workers, violence against sex workers. You're a lawyer, so you shouldn't even there shouldn't be anything where you hear and you cringe, right? You were telling me that when you go to those prisons.
I've heard everything.
Yeah.
Nothing surprises me anymore. So, well, it's a free country for them. If it's the vocation they have chosen, then I don't think there should be any violence against these ones.
But I was going to say, do those laws apply in Nigeria for sex workers? Because I hear horrific stories how policemen go to round them up on the streets, take them to their cells because they don't have money to be bailed. They just give them certain rounds and all of that, and they release them. You know, that's what I hear happen more often in Nigeria. So can they also apply or fight for this right, you know?
Well, they can fight for it, and you know what you're hearing is what we consider as hearsay. Yes, so we cannot really attend to anything based on hearsay until it is
confirmed. Facts.
Yes, facts. Yeah, so they might round them up for different things, can be for loitering or, you know, constituting a nuisance. Yes. But do they do these horrible things that they say they do to them? I don't know yet.
Now you've spoken like the lawyer that you are. That was very, very lawyerish.
We have to be careful.
We have to, but I mean, I've heard reports, trust me. I know it happens. It's just that we can't back it. We can't prove it. That's there's no proof for it. So you really can't talk about it because,
until there is.
Well, we'll get them an investigative journalist and probably put all those secret button webcam and all of that. Yes.
Yeah, when they do that, then I'll be on board.
Absolutely. All right, so what did you find for us in the news?
Okay, so today, what did I find? Lagos indebted to retirees by over 30 billion, says pensioners chair. So I'll quickly read. It says the Chairman Association of Retirees and PFA Pensioners, Lagos State, Michael Umisade, has said Lagos State is indebted to people who retired between 2018 and 2021 by over 30 billion due to non-payment of their benefits. So now, what really got to me the most, he said that because of this problem, some of the affected retirees have died or are being afflicted by diverse ailments. He said that some have actually been evicted from their apartments. So for me, I just think this is really bad because we all know what a pension scheme is. So this is supposed to be a savings account for the workers, so that when they retire, you know, they are giving their money on a monthly basis. It's a regular payment, so they can bank on this. And the Pension Reform Act, which was amended in 2014 to strengthen the retirement system, that's a savings account, is supposed to provide for the allocation of these pension funds to retirees. You know, but we've had different cases in the news arising from mismanagement of fund by the pension houses. So there's one that came up recently. I think some people know about the Abdul Rashid Maina issue. He was sentenced to 61 years imprisonment by federal court in Abuja for allegedly stealing pension fund in the tune of over 2 billion. You know, so I just think that this is a very bad thing because people work and then they expect to be paid on a monthly basis after they work, you know, and then they have to now die because they cannot fend for themselves. That's why in Nigeria, you see that at the end of the day, our old people now rely on their children to build them out of, poverty. It's very sad, and one that the government should look into, because in this case, it's Lagos that is indebted to the retirees, and according to this news,
and Lagos is supposedly
a rich state.
Yeah, yes. It's the eye candy of Nigeria.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be the state that is doing supposedly economically doing well.
Well, yes.
So for Lagos State to be in this, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Alrighty, so my story is quite interesting because I suffered from this. When was it I traveled to Warri? First, let me just say, after delaying our flights for more than 7 hours, right, the pilot said he's not moving because he doesn't like a particular passenger. This is the allegation.
Really?
That the passenger, I think according to this report, was that the passenger was rude to one of the air hostesses, and because of that, the pilot said he was not going to fly that plane after they had delayed that flight for 7 hours. I mean, why I particularly took this story is I really want to know, Manny, how do I go about poor services in the airlines? Because it's actually very, very sad. So we were going to Warri. We got a flight booked for 2:30 p.m., right?
Yeah.
Because we couldn't get a direct flight to Warri, we got a flight booked for 2:30 p.m. to Benin, hoping that when we get to Benin at 3:30, that, I mean, worst case scenario, 1 hour we're in Benin, we can now we already hired a car waiting for us in Benin to drive us down to Warri. 2:30, we got to 2:30, no announcement. 3:30, no announcement. 4:30, no announcement. 5:30, no announcement. And it was like, so we went there, and it was almost like, why are you forcing? There's really nothing. It's normal. In fact, the lady at the counter had already even told one of the people that was traveling with me that anything that at that 2:30 when she was asking when is the flight coming, said just add an extra hour. So she had even said she was predicting at 3:30. Manny, we didn't leave Lagos until 7:30.
Wow.
p.m. And this was after we went to the counter, and it was almost like a fisticuff, right? We went to the counter and said, okay, if you are not giving us this flight or whatever, there is a rule that you can't delay me for a particular time. You have to give me maybe lunch or something. That was when they said the manager was not available. And that was when they now eventually converted a flight that was supposed to go to Abuja and told all of us to go and get seated. We sat down there from 6:30. We sat up until 7:30 before that flight eventually took off. So I'm just saying that, so when I saw this and I say that, what gives a pilot the audacity after you have delayed me? So even if I don't like your face, you're doing your job. You now say you're not flying a plane because of one passenger, and the passenger should be asked to step down from the plane. Does this even make sense?
No, it doesn't make sense. Although passengers are not supposed to, be mean or
Money. Have you been delayed for 7 hours?
Yes.
You'll be frustrated, of course.
Yes, I understand, but they are supposed to manage it. It's the role of the air hostesses, because really it's not their fault. So you are aggrieved, fine, but you do not have any right to also attack these people. So there are different types of complaints that can be laid. So you can write a petition the airline if you have to the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority. So you can do this and then claim your damages. Yes. But
on that note, we take a break. I want to discuss evil. This is evil. Can you tell me, because I don't like a passenger? And you now say you want to tell me to ask. You know what? Let's take a break. When we come back from the break, we're going to be talking evil. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Yeah.